Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. With Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Ali LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, and alongside us is Shams Charania. We'll be hanging out and chatting with us for a bit. Shams, great to have you with us as always, man.
Absolutely, and BA, there's a lot to talk about these days, so thanks for having me.
Tee us up now. Is the news robust or minimal at this time of year?
Oh, BA, it's always fluid with me.
And the upcoming schedule for the Brooklyn Nets. On Wednesday, they'll take on Kristaps Porzingis and the Atlanta Hawks. And then Sunday, they'll be playing against Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And looking at the Minnesota matchup, that one will be the 7th on the season for them. The team will still be looking to improve each time they take the floor.
Now the opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. They've got Williams, LeBron James out there with Steph and Curry, and it's Clowney in at the four-man spot. And for Houston, Van Vliet runs the show with Thompson to his side. Tari Eason is out there with Alperen Şengün, and it's Durant in at small forward. Now here's Durant. Always a nice way to start, makes his first one. And the Rockets with possession. Van Vliet finds Eason, Thompson outside. 11 feet out, that one goes, count it.
This is a good sign, a positive sign. Thompson wanting to keep getting better from the mid-range.
Van Vliet against Curry, James outside. Williams a screen on Durant. James passes to Williams, and Williams punches it home.
Boy, it's no secret that LeBron James is an outstanding passer. Boy, I love his vision in the pick and roll.
Van Vliet outside. Outside Durant, beyond the arc. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Durant's got 5 now.
3 out of 3, perfect start. Let's see how long they can ride this wave.
And Shams, with younger teams like OKC taking the reins, new stars for fans to get acquainted with. Any concern there for the league?
You know, BA, I think the parity in all these young up-and-coming players is good, and it would probably be more of a concern if these young teams weren't as formidable. But listen, stars like LeBron James, Stephen Curry.
There's the 3. Hauled in by Curry. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. To the inside, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Curry really runs the offense well. Knows exactly the time to either shoot it or give it up to his teammates.
Now here's Eason. Right side Durant. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Curry. 37 points his last time out. Williams a screen on Van Vliet. Curry passes to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
The Nets need to get off a shot here. Eason with a steal. Inside, here's Thompson, and the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
Here's Curry, and the one thing you hear about in hoop circles, the weak link theory. You familiar, Shams?
Yeah, you know, it's an idea that to win nowadays, you can't have a weak link for the other team to expose. You need guys that can play both ends of the floor, guys that can play defense, guys that can also spread the floor, that aren't a liability on either end of the floor. So we saw that in the NBA Finals, 2 teams clearly stacked with guys who play both ends.
And the shot goes.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to connect. Before long, we were talking about LeBron James, and he said, he's a focus for us tonight, absolutely. Coach shared, saying in clutch situations, we're ready to double James and be assertive. But I'm sure he knows that. LeBron, as always, on the minds of the opposition. Back to you, B.A.
And Ali, thanks. Van Vliet, the pass to Eason. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. James against Durant. The three from Curry. The shot's good on the assist by James. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
Off a pass, Steph Curry, that one is always going in, or almost always going in.
Van Vliet outside. Thompson, a screen on Curry. Van Vliet finds Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Draft is really a talent grab, so you have to go for the best available. But we saw in the finals the value of having multiple guys who can play with the ball in their hands, spread the floor, do multiple things on the court, and the competitiveness is a big part of this. The ability to play both ends is a big part of this. So all of those traits are crucially important to win in today's NBA.
Shot clock at 5. Can't tie it up. That one misses. The Rockets lead by 3. To the middle. Here's Smith. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Here's Curry. Nice D from Thompson.
He felt the defense on that attempt. Great rim protection.
Pass to Durant. Now Easton, covered by Thibault. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Rockets lead by 7. Durant and Holiday subbed in for Thompson.
Just missed the defender right there, but couldn't take advantage.
And Sean, the last few years, teams often giving up a lot of draft picks when they traded for a difference maker.
The market has changed, BA, and the thought process has been, assuming the trade moves the needle, those picks you're giving up aren't very good. But listen, if the trade doesn't work, you just gave up the farm, and that's the risk-reward that you play with as a general manager.
And the Nets with possession here, following the score by Houston. Pass to Man. He drains it from the right block.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
James with a steal. And pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn. Chalk up 2 there.
You know, LeBron plays a very mistake-free game, usually in the open court. And when he's out on the break, the points are almost a guarantee.
Now here's Holiday. He's scoreless. Şengün in the post. Check by James. And Şengün gets it to go. Outside Johnson. Şengün with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Outside Holiday. This one for 3. Hits the trifecta. And the Rockets lead by 8.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here's James. And it's James with the jam.
Really start shrinking.
And so it's Houston with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Back after this. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, what do you think about the Rockets?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Inside, Smith and Şengün. Josh Okogie is out there with Shepard.
Opinion is a tricky game. At the end of the day, people are going to look at stats. They're going to look at how many championships you win. They're going to look at the entire body of work. And rings culture is a part of that to an extent.
Number 1, Houston.
And it was just great watching them be so assertive on the offensive glass. This is a team that trusted in their ability to keep possessions alive last season.
Man, the pass to James. There's a screen. 5 to shoot. Takes it inside. And slam dunk by James.
LeBron on the attack. Unbridled fury and force.
And we've already seen unprecedented amount of parity in today's NBA.
Well, one thing's for sure. You better develop your younger players as well.
And on that note, BA, there's no better place to look at than Oklahoma City.
Lets it go from 14. Houston with another miss.
Look, it's real simple. It's a make or miss league. He just missed it.
Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. Last game with 30. It's hauled in by Wolf. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Curry with it, and it's Şengün picking him up. Curry gets the bucket.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
Pass to Okogie. The kick to Durant. From about 16, and he hits the jumper. Durant's got 13.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Now here's Curry. Give him 8 points now. Back to James. LeBron fires one down.
Yet another stellar night for LeBron offensively so far.
Still without a bucket. Curry finds James. To the paint. Here's Man. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Have that one back.
James can't get it to go. The Rockets trail. Smith passes to Durant. To the middle. Here's Şengün. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Durant's got his 4th assist in this one.
Şengün, a force in the lane. That's where he does most of his damage.
Smith against James. Powering through. LeBron. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting. Eason's checked in for Smith. Thompson comes in for Okogie. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Holiday. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Fred VanVleet is a leader for the Rockets. Their coach, Ime Udoka, says Fred sometimes goes against his natural inclination, playing the good cop because Ime himself is so hard on them. But adds, Fred is a grumpy dude. He always finds something to be mad at. We need that with our team. Back to you guys.
They love his disposition. All right, Allie, thank you. It's interesting, Shams, that Commissioner Silver said injuries in the 2025 playoffs were the 2nd lowest in a decade, but big injuries, Achilles injuries to Tatum and Lillard and Halliburton. It didn't feel that way.
No, and it's really unfortunate. Those are some really serious injuries to some seriously important players in the NBA, and given the gravity of that, it's clearly an issue that goes beyond the playoffs. I'm told the league is continuing to gather the data. Of course, player health is in everyone's best interest in the league. Adam Silver, they're paying a very close eye to this.
Fighting through contact, not easy trying to corral LeBron when he's focused on scoring. Good luck with that.
Here's Thompson. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic. Passes to Curry. Misses the 3. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the 2nd quarter. Inside, Şengün. And Şengün throw it down. Lets it fly. Curry's shot is off. The Rockets lead by 4. Now here's Durant. 15 points in the game. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
Durant has definitely been on one tonight, knocking down shots for himself at a high rate.
Williams, a screen on Durant. James passes to Williams. Good on the bucket. Outside Eason. To the inside. Superb transition play from LeBron.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
Thompson outside. And the slam dunk by Thompson. Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. Here's James. He's got 21. And Shams, thanks for dropping in, man. It is always a pleasure to have you.
Likewise, we've got to do this again soon. I've got news coming up on the other line. I'm going to run, but we'll definitely do this again soon.
Oh, we know he's always got news.
Hey, I mean, if something is going down that's big news, Shams is the first to get a hold of it. He knows everybody around the NBA.
And Houston has possession. Following the bucket by the Nets. Houston working the ball around. Clock at 6. Smith with a screen on James. Here's Thompson. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Here's Martin. The shot's good on the assist by James. Martin's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Thompson outside. Out to the wing. Eason finds Thompson. Back to Eason. Smith outside. Houston needs to get off a shot from 18 feet away. And another basket for Houston.
The mid-range jumper isn't the most popular shot these days, but it's working for them.
I love that mid-range shot. It's definitely giving the defender something extra to think about.
Pass to Curry. Takes a three. Curry splashing one down from three.
Strong pick he lays there.
It's a tie game here in Houston. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
On the floor for Brooklyn, they've got Stephen Curry. James is out there with Williams. And it's Clowney in at the power forward. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, you know, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better. He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh?
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
And here's Curry for three. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Van Vliet, the pass to Thompson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Thompson's got 16 points now. Pass to Thompson. Misses from close range.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Van Vliet against Curry. Down low. Here's Clowney. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Left side Curry. They set the pick. Curry at the rim.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Curry looking it over. To the paint. And he dunks it down.
A bit undersized. His hops make him a legit small ball 4.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Durant. To the inside. Durant owning the inside. Durant against James. Pass to Clowney. And a two-handed jam!
We've seen that a few times. LeBron is a master of running the pick and roll and finds his guy.
And so Curry will bring it up for Brooklyn. Martin outside. Driving in. And here's Curry for three. Corner three, buried by Curry. Here's Durant. He's got 19. Count it. And that's now 21 points for Durant. To Williams. And a missed layup. Rockets trail by 9. Puts it up from 17. And that one's good by Durant. Durant's got 6 in the quarter.
Late in the act.
And the Rockets making a change here. Smith's checked in. And a change for the Nets. Thibault's checked in. Here's Thompson. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Okogie's checked in for Eason. Brooklyn also changing it up. Wilson's checked in for Williams. And it's man in for Martin.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
To the middle. Oh, got a piece of it. James with a steal. Curry, he's open. And Brooklyn again with a bucket. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Smith, yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Here's Curry. No good on the shot. Thompson with some nice D. Here's Okogie. Thompson passes to Smith. Ooh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
Curry against Thompson. Pass to Wilson. And he jams it home with authority.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Pass to Wilson. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
On the hunt to make a big defensive impact. Thompson denying that shot.
16 feet out. Jump shot is good. Thompson's got 10 points in just the second half. Releases. The shot by James, no good. Well, the Rockets shooting 69%. I think they're even surprising themselves out there. Good on the shot. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks a lot. The Rockets have brought in the right veterans. Coach Ime Udoka said, quote, their approach rubbed off on our entire team. We can only teach so much, but you have to have guys that have carved out their niche in the league with that edge and that defensive mentality. It was invaluable for our team. Back to you.
They've got that grit. Thank you, Allie. From about 16, the rebound by the Nets.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
And slam dunk by James.
Still possessing incredible athleticism. LeBron James, when he attacks like this, you can almost forget about stopping.
Here's Shepherd, covered by Johnson. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there. Boy, he gives this team exactly whatever scoring it needs, and that's one of the things you really like about it.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Shepherd. 1 second left. And there's Smith. That one's good on the assist by Shepherd.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Nets. Scoring, passing, imposing his will at the offensive end. More 2K action in just a moment.
Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Shepherd is out there with Josh Okogie. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Jabari Smith.
Look, the physicality has always stood out with LeBron. It's been obvious, but his basketball IQ is what makes him such a special player. I mean, he sees the game like very few ever have.
Holiday's checked in for Shepherd. Clark, over the last few seasons, LeBron's three-point shooting has been more efficient than ever.
Yeah, how about this, BA? Since 24, he's right around 40% from deep on 5 attempts per game. So that's really impressive. And, you know, a guy like him, his greatness, part of his greatness is how he continues to reinvent his game, making modest modifications to what he does.
Here's James. After the basket by Houston.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half. And that's taking care of business, fellas.
LeBron James taking 2 shots.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Rockets trail by 6. Now Holiday. The rebound by Mann. Here's Johnson. Pass to Wilson. Now here's Thibault. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
Shepard, he's checked in for Houston. James, no good on the free throw. And you watch Alperen Şengün. He's a beast on the blocks, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., he throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
And Şengün gets it to go.
And that's where Şengün does the majority of his scoring. I mean, he's a problem down low.
And Houston making a change here. Durant's checked in. Stephen Curry, he's checked in for Brooklyn. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey guys, well, Jordi Fernandez was just reviewing the plan with his team. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
And Allie, thank you for that. And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for the Rockets. When this game is done, they'll be off to Toronto, taking on the Raptors. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Thibault with the board. Nets leading by 8. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Now here's Curry. Defense is right there. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a deep 3. Oh, Curry doing what he does best.
You know, he knocked down a couple from range in the first half, but now his confidence through the roof.
It's Şengün, high post. James is there. Şengün passes to Durant. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
He made a 3 back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke.
Şengün against James. Shoots over Shepard. It's hauled in by Houston. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Durant. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Man, Durant is a flat-out baller, showing off his wily strength on these tough finishes. He's a thin guy, but he's a strong guy.
Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
Superb work in the pick and roll that time by LeBron James. Such a pro at executing in these sets. Takes advantage of whatever mistake the defense makes.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Now here's Curry. Back to James. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Outside Curry. From deep 3-point range. It's hauled in by Houston. Durant's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Shepard. To the paint. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, a prolific score from all 3 levels. Smith showing off here tonight.
They set the pick. Here's Curry. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Eason's checked in for Houston. Amen Thompson comes in for Shepard. Brooklyn also changing it up. Williams is checked in for Mann. Clowney comes in for Wilson. And it's Martin in for Thibault.
Boy, how consistently good Steph's been over the course of his career. Really remarkable. What a teammate, what a leader, what a player.
Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Curry, a screen on Easton. Pass to Curry from deep 3-point land. From beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got 37.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Şengün, no good. Nets leading by 11. James with the ball. Into the lane and slam dunk by James.
How many times have we seen LeBron do this take over a game, put up big scoring numbers, a bunch.
Outside Easton. And stolen by Williams. And pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn. Pass to Martin. On the wing, Curry. The three. It's rebounded by Houston. Durant's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Well, there's so much that Smith Jr. does well when he's on the floor. You can see what's possible when it all comes together.
They set the screen. Here's Curry. Smith with the rebound. Rockets trail by 11. Puts up a 3. And there's Durant. That one's good. On the assist by Smith. Smith's got 4 assists now tonight. Now James. Williams, a screen on Easton. James. Ooh, basket interference. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Easton. Houston has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Easton's checked in for Houston. Outside Şengün. Here's Durant. The 17-footer. And that basket is good.
He's doing everything he can, though he might have to do even more.
Curry against VanVleet. Curry takes it in, using the glass to lay it in.
Curry does not just hurt you from deep. He is a clever finisher on the drive. Lethal at penetrating and finishing.
Durant looking around. Williams rips down the board. And so Curry will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. The 9-foot shot. Williams outside. There's a minute 40 left to play in the fourth. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now VanVleet. Thompson, a screen on Curry. Just 5 to shoot. VanVleet fires! Oh, off target from downtown. Nets leading by 10. Here's Martin. James, outside. Shoots a 3. It's cleared away by Thompson.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Durant. Ooh, he needed it, and he got it. Now here's Curry. "36 seconds left in the final quarter. It's cleared away by Thompson.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your...
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Kevin Durant. Second personal foul. 5th team foul. Shooting for...
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. And not much left to play for at this point.
Hey, you give it your all and let the chips fall where they may. Just wasn't their night.
First personal foul. 3rd team foul.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 7.
2 shots.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. Curry against Van Vliet. From deep. Ooh, it doesn't go. So we see the Nets get the win here. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have two choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, LeBron James.